Today, I am going to walk you through the steps I took to find a legit ultrasound school. Enrolling in the right ultrasound school can be the difference between graduating eligible to sit for your ARDMS registry and landing a high-paying job versus graduating and not being eligible to sit for your registry exam and having a hard time finding a job. So stay tuned. I got you. All right, let's get right into it. You cannot imagine how many students, colleagues, aspiring sonographers I come across that express to me the struggles they went through or are currently going through because they chose the wrong ultrasound school. Choosing the wrong school can mean that you complete and graduate from an ultrasound program because your school did not meet certain teaching criteria. You are now required to gain 1 year of work experience before you can become eligible to sit for your ARDMS registry. Now, there are a few exceptions to this rule, and I will get into them. But first, what is the wrong ultrasound school? Plain and simple, a school that is not accredited. Generally, if you decided you wanted to pursue a career as a diagnostic medical sonographer or ultrasound tech, as some of us know it, the first thing you'd probably do is enroll in your nearest ultrasound school, right? Because it's convenient. But the first thing you should do is make sure that your school of choice is CAAHEP accredited. Now, I know that the difference between attending a non-accredited sonography program versus an accredited sonography program might mean higher tuition costs or even a longer program that's less convenient, but that's not necessarily true. The cost of tuition and the length of the program will vary by state, and you might find that it's not even that big of a difference in cost. Now, I know that everybody's financial situation is different, understandable. But I am just here to inform you so that you are aware and knowledgeable when you're choosing your ultrasound school. So what is CAAHEP accreditation? CAAHEP, or the Commission on Accreditation of Allied Health Program, is the accrediting body for ultrasound programs. Basically, if your school is accredited through CAAHEP, then they legit. And what does that mean? That means that as soon as you graduate from your ultrasound program, you are automatically eligible to sit for your ARDMS registry. Now, to earn your ARDMS credential, you must pass 2 comprehensive examinations. One exam is the SPI, which is Sonography Principles and Instrumentation. And this exam is required no matter what area of ultrasound you are going to specialize in. The SPI is basically ultrasound physics. The second exam is your specialty exam. And this is basically whatever you choose to specialize in the ultrasound world, whether it's OBGYN, vascular, echo, amongst many others. As I mentioned earlier, everyone's financial situation is different. And if you have no other choice and you have to enroll in a non-accredited ultrasound program, go for it. Do not get discouraged. Eventually, you will become eligible to sit for that registry. It's just going to take a little bit more hard work. But don't let that be the reason that you do not pursue an ultrasound program, because I promise you, it will pay off at the end. Like, literally, you're going to be making that bank. Is there an exception to this CAAHEP accreditation rule? Yes, you do not have to attend an ultrasound accredited program and still be eligible to sit for your ARDMS registry if you have a bachelor's degree in any major, it does not matter which one, and you have a minimum of 12 months of full-time experience completed within your program, which I'm sure you will because programs are usually longer than 12 months. Or you hold a CCI, ARRT, Sonography Canada, or ASUM Sonography certification. If you don't know what these are, don't worry about it because you probably don't have them. I am going to leave a link in the description box below where you can find a detailed list of all the prerequisites required in order for you to be eligible to sit for your ARDMS credentialing exams. So now that you know the importance of choosing an accredited ultrasound school, how can I find a CAAHEP accredited ultrasound school? It's easier than you think. Let me walk you through it. Okay guys, go ahead and open your search engines, and in the search box, type in caahep.org. That's CAAHEP.org. We're going to scroll down to where it says find an accredited program. Go ahead and click on that. Once we are here, we're going to go through each one of these steps, except the international one, just leave that alone. The accredited ones, when you select that, Accredited should automatically be selected. Leave that as is. Press search. Go under degree type and make sure that they are all selected, as some schools offer multiple degree types. Go ahead, press search. You're going to select profession, and we're going to scroll down to where it says diagnostic medical sonography. Once we select that, you will notice that automatically all the specialty programs are selected. Leave that as is because some schools offer multiple specialties. So you want to make sure that all the schools are populated. And if you want and you're interested in like adult echo, it would be under cardiovascular technology. You could go ahead and select that. You'll see adult echo here, pediatric echo. You could unselect the ones you're not interested in, and we're going to scroll down all the way to where it says search. Click that. And lastly, you are going to put the state you live in. I live in Georgia, so I will be typing in Georgia. Done, and search. As you can see, I got 31 results. So all these schools that come up here are accredited in the state of Georgia. And what's cool about this is, let's say I want to look more into the Cambridge program. I go ahead and press this plus on the side, and I will get a drop-down menu with the program director's name, their email, their phone number, the school's address. If you keep scrolling a little further, you'll see that it says visit program. Once you click this, it'll take you directly to that program's website, and you can look into it, do a little more research, and there you go. You could always refer back to this video and follow along whenever you're ready to find an accredited ultrasound school. And I will also leave a link of CAAHEP's website in the description box below. Before I continue, if you like this content and you find it helpful and you want me to continue making videos like this, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button right now. Make sure you share this video and leave a comment. I would love to know how I could further assist you in your ultrasound journey. Let's get back into it. So, how long does it take to complete a diagnostic medical sonography program? Completing an ultrasound program can take anywhere between 18 months to 4 to 6 years, depending whether you want to graduate with a certificate, an associate's, a bachelor's, or a master's degree. But honestly, it does not matter if you graduate with a certificate versus a degree, because at the end of the day, all that matters is that you are eligible to sit for your credentialing exam through ARDMS, the American Registry for Diagnostic Medical Sonography. If you want a full video on the requirements and steps you need to take to get ARDMS registered, then watch my video on how to get ARDMS registered. So the way it works is, after you graduate from an ultrasound program, your certificate or degree will state that you have completed a diagnostic medical sonography program, and you are now a diagnostic medical sonographer. Congratulations. You have won half the battle. Because graduating from an ultrasound program and now having a degree or certificate that states that you are a diagnostic medical sonographer, it's not what's going to get you the job. In order for you to work in the field, most employers require you to be a registered diagnostic medical sonographer. And as I said before, in order for you to achieve this, you must pass 2 comprehensive examinations through ARDMS. Now, there are some employers that will hire you without your registry. However, they usually require you to have passed at least one of the 2 examinations. And they usually give you about 6 months to a year to pass the second one and be fully registered. And if not, deuces, they will let you go. So you might ask yourself, if I can get hired without being registered, why do I need to attend an accredited ultrasound school? Because like I said earlier, eventually they will require you to be fully ARDMS registered. They just being smart about it, because in the meantime, you're putting in the same amount of hours, the same amount of hard work as your colleagues who are fully registered, except they lowballing you on your pay. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't like people messing with my time and my money. You might look at me like, Tanya's not that serious, but just to give you an idea, if you're coming out of school with no experience and you're not eligible to sit for your ARDMS because your school was not accredited, you're now land a job. They're probably gonna start you at about $35 an hour. Obviously, that depends on the state that you live in and the specialty you're going to choose to go into. So I'm speaking strictly from the perspective of an OBGYN sonographer who lives in Georgia. So once you do get fully registered, they could crank it up to $42 an hour or more. But personally, I ain't trying to put the same amount of hard work and hours as my registered colleagues, except they lowballing me because I chose the wrong ultrasound school and now I can't sit for my ARDMS registry. That is the difference between me making about 72 grand a year versus 87 grand a year. That's a big difference. Listen, I think I've made my point. Making sure that your school of choice is CAAHEP accredited should be the first box you check when you're looking for an ultrasound school. However, there are a few other little things that I need you to keep an eye out for when you're looking for an ultrasound school. Admission requirements. Make sure you research the admission requirements for the ultrasound school that you chose. In my case, I attend a school in New York, and the school that I chose required me to have math, English, and anatomy and physiology. But thank God I was able to complete those online. Another thing you want to keep an eye out for is that wherever you decide to complete your prerequisites, whether it's online or going to school physically, first make sure that the ultrasound school you're going to attend will accept those credits, because sometimes credits are not transferable or some schools don't accept credits from certain schools. Career specialization, you know what I'm talking about. Just make sure that the school that you chose offers the specialty that you desire. For example, vascular, cardiac, and musculoskeletal are particularly specialized programs that are not offered in every ultrasound school. So please do your research. And lastly, curriculum. Look over that curriculum. Make sure they offer plenty of hands-on experience, because sonography is a very hands-on technical profession. This will be the most important part of your education. All right, guys, it's a wrap for this video. I hope this guide helps you feel more confident when you're searching for a legit ultrasound school and ensures that the ultrasound program you choose is setting you up for success in your ultrasound career. If this video helped you out, smash that like, hit that subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell for more tips and resources on ultrasound. Feel free to drop any questions or thoughts in the comments box below. I'd love to hear from you. Good luck on your search, and I'll see you on the next video.